Hey guys, welcome back to AFK Journey. In today's video, we are talking about the Vala banner and whether you should be pulling on it. Now, I wanted to have a big conversation about this because I don't think it's a black and white, put all your gems into it or don't put any into it. I think it's a bit of a gray area. And I'm going to talk about this more from a free-to-play perspective because that's the perspective I have. However, I will touch on spenders as well. But the first thing to note is we have 19 days left with her banner. And with this system, if your remaining chances says 0, don't pull on this banner. Save, because the amount of copies of her you can get depends on your highest ascension character on your account. So just don't, if you've only got epic characters, don't try and get 3 copies of her because you will get screwed. So just make sure your ascension matches up and you've got remaining chances if you do decide to go ahead and pull for it. As for in general, I think getting 1 copy of her on anyone's account is great. I think it's perfectly worth it. If we look at, I'll go to my account for an example. So Vala in general, she is fantastic for campaign. She's an amazing campaign character. The ability to lock out a back row enemy that you can basically choose and target from using their ultimate is so insanely powerful, especially if you come up in campaign against Cecias, Muriels, stuff like that. Enemies that can basically just completely destroy your team once they ult. She is so amazing for that. Even if you're using her in a team without a faction bonus, she still has that benefit and she is still amazing. So I think 1 copy of her is fantastic for anyone. And keeping in mind, this banner has higher rates and a lower pity, so you can get that copy more reliably than you can get a copy of something on the standard banner. But let's go through my team. Now, I think the one awkward situation is if you're not happy with your tanking setup and you feel like your team's not balanced, then maybe you don't want to summon for her yet. But I'm also tentative on recommending using gems on the standard banner, so I want to talk about that as well. So firstly, if you look at my account, I got Thorin from my 2nd temple. I got Rowan from my 3rd temple. Obviously, I got Cecilia from my 1st. So that's my core team. That's my main DPS, my main tank, my main healer. Okay, from there, I'm like, okay, what do I use? And Tundra is probably my favorite elite tank. But I've got Rowan. I don't have Smokey. So I'm going to put myself a Lucius in there as my tank. Even though he's not as good in my opinion, it allows me to then get that Vala and have a 3-2 faction bonus whilst having Vala and Cecilia on my team with Thorin and Rowan. I feel like that's pretty safe. Now, later on, I might replace Lucius with a Corrin, but even if I have to play this team later on, once Lucius is completely dead to me, if I have to play it without a faction bonus, it's still pretty solid in situations where I need that back row lockout. If I don't need the back row lockout, then I can simply drop Lucius for Antandra and drop her for Viperion. And then I've got a good balanced team anyway with a 3 faction bonus. So I'm pretty safe with my plays there. So that is why she slots perfectly well into my team. Now, that's like the ideal situation. Like I said, if you're not happy with your tanking situation, I still think it's worth putting some summons into her banner and then using your standard pool tickets and your epic pool tickets to try and fill in the positions that you're missing. Because in general, I have trouble recommending to use gems on the standard banner now that we know these exist and we have a countdown timer. Now, we're not certain. I am assuming that when this timer ends, we're going to get a new character with a new banner. That is my assumption. It is not guaranteed, but that is my assumption. And that's why I struggle to recommend using your gems on the standard banner, because I'd rather, if I'm not pulling for Vala, be saving for the next character, because if the next character's OP, let's face it, like first few characters released in games normally pretty powerful because they, you know, hype's still there. They're trying to drive sales. So I'd rather be saving my diamonds so for the next character. So my general strat would be for free to play, get 1 copy of Vala and then save gems. Now, there is the one other consideration in that situation, and I'll talk about why I'm at 9 pity and I have been continually summoning for a 2nd copy. I will talk about that in a sec. But the additional consideration is the fact that you want to unlock the Stargazer so that you can start getting Stargazer summons from the shop. And you unlock the Stargazer at 400 summons. You can see down here, reward Stargaze Station unlocked. So at 400 summons, you get it. So you can do the math. You can save summons. And if you get to the point where you're like, okay, if I use all my gems that I've been saving, I will get to 400 summons and unlock the Stargazer. Then that's another conversation to be had on whether you should go put pulls into the standard banner or into the Vala banner, or whether you should just ignore the, you know, the extra week of buying Stargazer pulls and just wait. So that is a whole nother decision itself, but it's just something to keep in mind. And I might do a video talking about that in the future, because my plan on my personal account right here is to get one more copy of Vala, and then I'm just saving gems. I'm just saving gems. I will buy my discounted daily summon. I will buy that with gems, but besides that, I am just saving gems for the next banner. Now, why am I personally going for another copy of Vala? Because I did 110 pull in this banner and I got her, and it actually happened in the second pull, so I had 8 pulls into pity. So after I did my first 10 pull on this banner, I had 32 left until pity. And we do not know, unless anyone has any evidence of how this works, we do not, and if I find out, I'll definitely let you guys know. We do not know if pity carries over. So I didn't want to have pity into the next character that gets wasted. So I was like, no, I'm going to do single pulls on this banner until I get one more copy of Vala. And then I'm going to save. Now, maybe in the future, depending on how my account pans out, maybe I want to do more on her. I don't know. Like I said, we got 19 days to make that decision. But for now, I think for free to play, a safe suggestion is get one copy and then save gems. That is my personal strategy, except I'm getting a second copy because I got my first copy in 2 pulls. So, you know, luck's curse, essentially, is what that is. But, and then for spenders, if you want to, I feel like the ideal range you want to get her to is Mythic. Because if you get her to Mythic, then you can use Acorns to get her to Mythic Plus. And that is like the safe point, because at Mythic Plus, she gets her exclusive equipment, she gets the extra functionality. So to me, if you're a spender, I'd be looking at either getting her to Mythic Plus or maybe just having 1 or 2 copies. But that's completely up to you. Like I said, I have trouble speaking from a paid player's perspective because I'm not a paid player. So that's just sort of some thoughts there. But once again, if you guys have any differing opinions, let me know. And if I do change my opinion on this, I will let you guys know. But I think the safest option for me at the moment with my thoughts around Vala is getting a single copy of her, because she is fantastic in situations. If you're not trying to push super hard, you can completely avoid it if you want. But I think 1 copy is definitely handy for most accounts, especially if your account's like mine and you can make her fit into a 3-2 faction bonus. It's absolutely awesome. But besides that, I'd be saving gems after 1 copy and basically just waiting to see what happens. Once again, I will update you guys if I do get any other information, but that is my current thoughts on Vala. And like I said, I'm only going for the second copy because I got my first one in 2 and I had 8 into pity. So let's just go ahead and pop a few more quick little summons, see if we can get these on the singles. I've been doing singles all the way down because I didn't want to get into the situation again with the 10 pulls. So if I got one early, I didn't want to have to go another one. So let's see how we go here. Oh, purple. Nice. Niru. You don't normally get the purples on this one, so I'm happy with that. Okay, green. Rip. Do I have enough for 1 more? No, that is it. So that is it for my... Oh, we need 5 more gems, guys. We need 5 more gems. Let's just quickly pop this because I got one here as well. Because why not, guys? You know, why not? Dude, we got it. We got it. Dude. Another Cecilia. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I'm honestly dying to get a Smokey because he's so handy for boss fights. But I've now got 3 Cecilias and 2 Thorns. Dude, my rates on this account have been insane. My rates have been insane. Holy. All right, let's, you know what? Let's do 4 singles here because the luck is in. The luck is in. Dude, another Cecilia. Wowee. Wowee. Let's, dude, surely we don't get something from singles here. Oh, purple. I'll take the purples. Dude, I am getting so many Nirus on this account. He's like the main character I don't care about getting copies of. Dude. But I can't complain because my epic luck's been epic. Pun intended. Oh, purple. Okay. Corrin. Odie. Perfect. Perfect. I will take that. Honestly, those few summers we did, pretty legendary. Not going to lie. Let's check this quickly. Let's check this quickly. Boom. What are we at? What are we at? So that's, yeah, Cecilia. One more copy. And we go ahead and we get her to a Legendary Plus. Then we can use thingies to get her to Mythic. Then we get her to Mythic Plus. Like, you know, I mean, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good on this one. But, yeah, that is where we're at, dude. Sorry, I don't even know what to say. I'm just shocked that we got that lucky. But yeah, I'm going to shut up now. That's my thoughts on Vala banner. Let me know what you guys are doing. Best of luck in your summons as always, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.